Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we are comparing the Eagle Rare 10 to the Eagle Rare 12 year. But first, let's do a giveaway. All right, so this is for the top 10 finished bourbon video from last Monday. And the winner is Steve Robbins-R4W. The email's in the description. Email me. Congratulations. So Eagle Rare put out a 12-year-old that came out, it hit the market last year. In Connecticut, it's not even on the liquor store books, so they can't even order it or anything. And the manager at the liquor store that I go to all the time actually told us all day when I brought this out that they're probably not gonna get it for like another 6 months, maybe. This is a 700 milliliter that my buddy Ben bought a bunch of these, and I did pay up a little bit for it. It's something I want, and now that Connecticut's not gonna get it anytime soon, I'm happy I got it. As you can see, I shared it on the ride up to the Copper and Cask pick and at my Whiskey Cigar Club. It wasn't in the lineup. It was kind of like a warm-up pour type thing because it's a lower proof bourbon. The recap for Whiskey Cigar Club, which is a pretty crazy lineup because I basically did as my 40 birthday celebration. So I opened up some of my special bottles. So that's probably gonna be Wednesday's video. So definitely don't miss out that video. But today I just want to compare the 10 versus 12. I haven't done it yet, but I have been enjoying the 12. We'll see how they compare. All right, all set up. I'm recording this Sunday night during the freaking blizzard that's happening out right now. So I was like, I need to record a video because heaven forbid we lose power or something. And it's probably gonna be while I'm recording it. All night I've been organizing all my bottles. I finally got that project done, so thank goodness on that. So let's get on nose on A. Pretty good nose. Nothing off-putting about that at all. So we got strawberry. It overall was very sweet and fruity. Strawberry, toasty, vanilla, oak. Now, both these bottles are, the 10 is a $45-ish bottle now. The 12, I think, is like 55, I believe, the MSRP. It's only a little bit more than the 10 year. So I'm not expecting, mind-blowing whiskey at that price, but it's Buffalo Trace. They don't do too many bad things. Well, the nose on B is way more intense than A. And I went back and forth a little bit, and A seems like a muted version of B. B is more intense, but it's also spicier, which I'm not getting too much spice on A. So that's really the biggest difference, is that it's just more intense and spicy. But oak, red fruit, sweet, a slight nuttiness, which A didn't have. So on the nose, I definitely like B more. So let's go to a palate on A. Interesting, because I don't remember last time I ever analyzed an Eagle Rare. It is not as good as I remember it being. So toasty, vanilla, oak, red fruit, sweet, perfectly fine palate. It was more the finish, but we all know the finish usually gets better. Oak, sweet, kind of watered down. That's the part I didn't really like. And again, these are lower proof. The 10 year is 90 proof. And the new 12-year-old, I think, is 95. Yes. 5 proof points higher and 2 years older. Let's go second sip on A. All right, more of the same. Marshmallow and thin, kind of like the finish, but not on the palate. On the finish, a little slight nuttiness, slight spice. Still tastes like watered down, thin overall. I give Eagle Rare 10 as a gift a lot. Just because it's to me, like a perfectly good bourbon that's 10 years old, under 50 bucks, and I don't know if I really love it like I'm thinking in my head I used to. One more sip. Okay, more of the same. I'm 100% thinking that that's the 10. It's a 50-50 chance, but I've had the 12 a lot lately, like literally 2 days ago, and I remember really enjoying it. So if B isn't that much better, I'd be shocked. So we'll find out. I'll be really shocked if that's the 12. Let's get into the palate on B. I mean, this is just significantly better. It is more intense, and the biggest, the notes are basically around the same, but this is just stronger. Doesn't drink as thin. It's a little bit spicier, I'm guessing from the proof, even though it's so close. Woodier and oakier, red fruit, sweet. On the finish, oak. I wrote way better just because the finish wasn't that good on A, and I actually enjoyed it on B, so it wasn't even close. Spice, red fruit. Again, it's not overly complex or anything, but comparing them side by side, there's a clear favorite. Now it's first sip, so let's try it again. I mean, everything about this is good. I wrote strawberry on the palate this time. It's the only new note, but the oakiness on the palate in the finish is more prevalent. There's more spice there. Oh, I haven't even wrote this, and I've been kind of thinking it both times I've had a sip of this. It kind of gives me French oak finish vibes, like a little bit. And it's always in the very beginning of the sip, which is very strange to me because obviously this isn't a French oak, neither one, but it does give me that kind of French oaky vibe, that spice. I don't know. One more sip. So I wrote French oak vibe immediately because I got it again, and I was like, why am I not writing this down? I'm getting these notes. The finish though kind of took a step back this time. I don't know if it's just coming off of itself. It's not as impactful coming off of A, and now it's showing that it's not that good, but it's still good. But you can start seeing the watered down aspect on the finish as well, but still really enjoy it. So I'll step away real quick, drink some water. I'll A/B these. I'll leave that in because the video should be short anyways. So I'll be right back. All right, back, drink some water. Let's try, I guess B. We should go B then A after some water. Not gonna lie to you, I wasn't that in love with that 2 sips because, you know, after I drink water, I take 2 sips. I don't know, after, like, again, this kind of happened when I was going through it, where coming right off of A, it definitely showed that it was better, but coming off of itself, it's okay. I want to take actually a 3rd sip. All right, that sip got better. I was very worried actually. So I got Red Jolly Rancher on the palate this time. Still, I don't think I'm gonna score that high of a score. I'll go with like a 3.5. Okay, let's go to A. I forgot to drink water. That is insane to me. So it's better now. Not saying it's better than B, but it's significantly better than the first time I went through it. The strawberry vanilla notes are delicious on the palate. The finish is still not there for me, and that's really what's holding this one back. But I enjoy the palate a lot. Let me go back and forth a little bit because it's weird because B came down a little bit and A went up a little bit. I still think I like B better, but man, that's just crazy. It's just crazy how that happens. So I just went back and forth a bunch of times to really figure out what I was thinking here for scoring and how much more do I like one over the other one. So let's come back and reveal the bottles, and hopefully I'm right. So my guess was right. A was the 10-year and B was the 12-year. Yeah, the 12-year is just better. But let's do the giveaway. So if you want to try this matchup, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with 10ER12, 10ER12. The clear favorite today is the Eagle Rare 12-year, and I scored a 3.6. And the 10-year, I scored a 3.25. The 12-year-old is worth that extra $10, $15, whatever MSRP is. Over the Eagle Rare, I'd rather buy the 12-year all day. Now, I'm starting to see the 10-year kind of be somewhat shelf stable. Like, I see it once in a while now where we should never see it, you know, depending on the market, right? Because some of you guys see it probably all the time, so you guys probably never see it, just like kind of us. But we're starting to see a little bit more. The Eagle Rare 12, who knows what it's gonna, how shelf stable it's gonna be. Like, it's not even hitting Connecticut for months. Which is crazy because it got released in 2025. But if I had the opportunity to buy the 12 or the 10, I would buy the 12. The 12 is definitely worth the extra couple dollars. Now, what I pay, I think secondary is like around 200, I think, around there. I wouldn't pay that. Now, I paid with shipping about $100 for it. Would I pay another $100 for another bottle? You know, I almost did because, you know, I'm already halfway through a bottle, and, you know, I know I'm going to need it for the channel, but I don't think I would, especially after today. I thought it would kind of blow out the 10-year. It did okay, but it didn't like impress me that much. So I don't think I would do it again. But I am happy I bought it. Obviously, I'm sure you guys want an opportunity to try this, so I do the giveaways to share. If you tried the Eagle Rare 12, definitely let me know your thoughts on it. If you compare it to the 10, you know, if I had the Eagle Rare 17, I would have definitely opened it for my Whiskey Cigar Club, and I would be in this lineup. But I've never owned that bottle, can't compare it. Sorry. Anyways, let me know if you tried the 12 in the comments. Don't do nothing stupid, and if you do, don't get caught. Bye.